Obadiah spoke to two nations, who were first two brothers. Out of all the children who descended from Adam, God chose one family to hold the keys to his house. They would have the right to rule his land, his home, his kingdom, and these keys were first given to Abram, who passed them to Isaac his son, who fathered two brothers, Esau and Jacob. As Isaac aged, his sons wondered who would inherit the keys God gave them. Esau was entitled as the firstborn and Isaac's favorite, but God had told Isaac he would choose to give the keys to Jacob. So, one day, Isaac sent Esau to hunt for a meal, to celebrate his son's inheritance of the kingdom's deed and title. But Jacob tricked their father so he could steal the keys to the kingdom to which his brother was entitled. Nevertheless, the son God chose was Jacob. God chose that the older should serve the younger one. Esau should have been humble and honored God's chosen son, but Esau only saw betrayal. In his pride, he turned his sibling into his rival. Esau was entitled, even homicidal. His violence was a denial of the son God chose, so he was sent away from God's home and into exile. Esau was locked out of the household, never to rule in God's home. Because he refused to humble himself under God's chosen son, he would always be outcast and alone. Esau would roam. He would found a new household among the mountains of stone. He would proudly rule from these impenetrable heights so that he never again be overthrown. Esau became the nation of Edom, and Jacob became the nation of Israel. And this sibling rivalry became more than two warring brothers. They became two embattled nationalities. Now, for Jacob, the right to rule Israel came with a responsibility. God's chosen son was meant to use the keys of the kingdom to open doors so that all nations, all children of Adam, could enter in and live under God's nobility. But Esau and his kingdom of Edom did not just want to get into Israel, they wanted to get even. And Edom was not the only nation who felt entitled to rule Israel's land. The children of Adam Israel was meant to invite would steal what they were meant to receive from Jacob's hand. So, as Edom and his children plotted and planned how to get their revenge, the nations of Adam knocked Israel's door off its hinge to steal the household God intended to give. These nations used violence to reject God's chosen son. But when Edom saw Israel's calamity, when Esau saw his brother's distress, he did not help God's chosen family. Instead, he let the nations satisfy his quest for vengeance. Like Esau, the children of Adam did not accept the rule of God's chosen son. Instead of following in humble submission, they proudly divided up the keys to their own kingdoms. And when Edom came to his brother, war-wearied and wounded, he showed no pity, but rejoiced and gloated. He would not live in the house to which he was invited. Instead, he burgled and ransacked all that was inside it. But the prophet Obadiah promised that the wicked deeds done by the prideful nation of Edom will be done again against them and all the proud children of Adam. Obadiah spoke against Edom's pride and violence, against their high homes of stone in the mountains. No matter how secure they were, Obadiah assured their mount would crumble. No matter the heights their pride took them, God would make sure they would be humbled. For God does not give the keys of his kingdom to the gloating and entitled. He gives them to those he chooses, and he chooses the humble. Edom would be locked out of the household, cut off from God's chosen home, because they refused to humble themselves under God's chosen Son. They would always be outcast and alone. All proud nations, like Esau, who refuse to humble themselves under God's chosen Son alone, set themselves up in proud kingdoms of mountain and stone. But Obadiah promised, the wicked deeds done by prideful nations like Edom will be done again against all the proud children of Adam. And this would happen through God's final chosen Son. Someone none of the proud nations thought should be entitled to a kingdom, for they held all the keys, and he seemed to hold none. So the proud children of Adam once again used violence to reject God's chosen Son. They repeated Edom's entitled actions to kill God's chosen one. So over Jesus the nations rejoiced. Over Jesus the wicked gloated. But like Jacob tricked Esau, Jesus tricked all proud nations. Jesus died as if he had lost the keys, but rose to prove he is the chosen Son who rules the house and holds the deed. For Jesus is restoring the keys of his kingdom to those who will do what Esau didn't, who will humbly accept the Son God chose. And as we do, Jesus will use us to open doors so that all humble nations can live in the home where God meets us. So don't be proud like Esau. Don't forfeit your place in God's kingdom. Humble yourself under God's chosen Son. Humble yourself before Jesus. Hey everyone, my name's David with Spoken Gospel. Thank you so much for watching our video introducing the book of Obadiah. We are Spoken Gospel, a nonprofit dedicated to speaking the gospel out of every corner of scripture. And we do that through free resources like this video you just watched. And we give all of our stuff away for free because of people just like you who donate what they can every month or one time to help us do what we do. So if you want to join our ministry or you want to see all of our free resources, just head over to spokengospel.com.